Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with a fabulous new recording of music for percussion ensemble. Yes, we love percussion ensembles, don't we? Well, the fact is, percussion ensemble is not the easiest thing to write for. I mean, yes, you can be timbrally fascinating and write some sort of avant-garde, smash and grab kind of thing, that just sort of goes bang, crunch, thwap, and it can be fascinating to listen to, and lots of people have done that. But to write something that's got long-term staying power and sort of melodic interest, well, that's not so easy because percussion instruments are not the most vocal of instruments. They're not the most expressive of instruments. And so to do something that really sustains a serious listen takes a bit of doing. But Third Coast Percussion has done it on this wonderful new disc called Perspectives. You only see the title on the spine here, but there it is. See, Perspectives, which is one of the pieces on here, and I want to talk to you about them because there are 4 world premieres, which is really quite something. I mean, and they're really good world premieres too. Usually, when you get world premieres, you get Drek. But this is fun stuff to listen to. So that's really kind of a bonus, let's say, even for those of us who are just interested in hearing what's new for its own sake. So piece number 1, it is the Percussion Quartet by Danny Elfman. Now, we all love Danny Elfman, right? He wrote the theme to The Simpsons and Beetlejuice, and he's done all kinds of fabulous film scoring. He was originally, one of the founding members of Oingo Boingo, if you are one of those alternative rock type people. I'm not personally, but when I was running WJHU, I was very friendly with the alternative rock type rock people. That's what they were. And so we heard quite a bit of Oingo Boingo. I had no idea Danny Elfman was in it. I only found out because they mentioned it in the booklet here. So there you go. It's not like I'm that smart about these things. So Danny Elfman's Percussion Quartet is a 20-minute long, 4-minute, really serious piece of music. And it's marvelous. It is through composed. He wrote it all down. He does quite a bit of concert work now, too. He's an incredibly gifted musician. And so to hear him write for percussion ensemble is fabulous. And if you like Danny Elfman, then you're going to enjoy the Percussion Quartet because he has a very, very characteristic kind of wry and amusing way of writing, as often as not. I mean, he can do dark, creepy, and all that stuff, too. But this is really, really good stuff. So we get the Percussion Quartet. Next, there is the Third Coast Percussion's transcription of Philip Glass's piano piece, Metamorphosis No. 1. Now, Metamorphosis No. 1 has been metamorphosed more than once. It was played by South American indigenous instruments and all kinds of things. It can be done in assorted ways, and it's Glassine. Maybe that's the word for something that's Philip Glass-like. It's Glassine. It has his cool, mellow, minimalist aesthetic pulsating around through the work. But I think for me, one of the real standouts on the disc, something that really grabbed my attention was Perspective, which is 30 minutes long. It's a serious piece. And 12, it's track 12. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 movements. Yes. 8 movements, and they are really, really interesting. They have titles: Paradigm, Obscure, Derivative, Fourth Perspective, Dissonance, Duality, and finally, Embryo. You get to be an egg or an embryo, whatever it is. Anyway, it's composed sort of, and I say sort of, I'll explain, by Geralyn. Now, who is Geralyn? Well, thank God we have a booklet, very good booklet. Very well written booklet, nicely printed. It has pictures of things. I have no idea why. You get some interesting photo essay type material. But then we get Geralyn. Geralyn is Geralyn Patton. There we go. Now, she's a composer, producer based in Gary, Indiana. And what she does is she works in electronics. She creates these electronic works using all kinds of interesting sounds and thingies, apparently. And then she sends the result to the commissioning people who composed the work or commissioned the work, and she says to them, go ahead, realize this in your medium, which is really a fascinating collaborative thing to do, I think. It would be kind of interesting to hear the sort of electronic original that Third Coast Percussion worked from, but it doesn't matter because this is what they created, and it uses a wide variety of percussion sonorities and fascinating sounds, and it's all just totally evocative and captivating. I was really impressed by it. I think it's wonderful. So Geralyn or Geralyn Patton or whatever she wants to call herself, she's a happening. She's got a voice, and it's very, very interesting to hear. And finally, we get Flutronics, a collaboration between Third Coast Percussion and Flutronics, which is it's a compound mixture, neologism, whatever it is, between flute and electronics. Get it? Flutronics is Natalie Joachim and Allison Loggins Hull. And they're from, oh my goodness, they were founded in Brooklyn, my very own Brooklyn. Where was I? I don't know when they were founded, but that's where they're from. And this is, of course, a piece for percussion and flute sonorities and things. It's also very, very beautiful. It's in 3 movements, and the 3 movements well, the piece is called Rubix, as in the cube. No, not as in the cube. Rubix, R-U-B-I-X, not R-U-B-I-C apostrophe, Rubix. And the 3 movements are called go, and then play, and then still. And again, your taste for a percussion ensemble is going to be your taste. Being a percussionist, let's put it this way. What came first, the percussionist or the ensemble? I did not become a percussionist, I did not love works for percussion ensemble because I am a percussionist. I am a percussionist because I love works for percussion ensemble because I love the sonority of these instruments and the constant variety and changing timbres and the emphasis on rhythm, which is like really, really important to me, and the opportunity that a bunch of these composers, including Flutronics and Third Coast and Geralyn and all these people, have to try and use sort of primal rhythms and world music type things. I mean, I'm not usually like a world music guy. I thought that like Yo-Yo Ma and the Silk Road Ensemble were like vile and nauseating and irritating, and that Appalachian stuff, remember all that stuff? It was like, the film score to Deliverance. It was like, oh, no. But I really, really love to hear what people can do when they incorporate sort of alternative musical styles and alternative musical traditions into coherent, beautifully composed or created or collaborated or however they do it, that kind of stuff. And there's a good bit of it here. And in addition to which, that rhythmic element, that primal element, that alternative or African or Asian or wherever it's coming from, non-Western style modes of performance. I mean, it's very much part of the percussion tradition. So you have to like it. I mean, like gamelan and things like that. They're just, it's wonderful. And it's all in here. It's all in here. You hear everything you can do with percussion instruments, but we're afraid to ask. Just a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful disc of new, fresh, vibrant percussion music, and I recommend it very, very strongly. So it's called, again, Perspectives with Third Coast Percussion and others. On the CD label, it is glorious. Give it a shot. You won't be sorry. So thank you for joining me, friends. Keep on listening. Take care.